Hi. Earlier today I went over, and I forgot to mention we went over molar mass or formula mass. But I forgot to mention hydrates, and so I'm recording hydrates. Okay, what are hydrates? Well, that's when there's water that is hooked to the compound. So when you see, I'm taking this off. I'm going to do 3 examples so that way you'll have know how to do it. I'm using the worksheet that says gram formula mass worksheet at the top. So I'm going to do number 7. Okay, it's copper sulfate penta. It's actually copper 2 sulfate pentahydrate, and so it's treated as one compound. And what it is this copper sulfate has 5 water molecules hooked to it. So you'll see it written like this. So this is copper 2. Remember, this is a -2, so that makes it a copper 2 sulfate pentahydrate. Okay, think of hydration, you're drinking water, water molecules, you're drinking water, hydration. And it's penta because those of you that need to remember your Greek prefixes, 5 is penta. So the first thing I do when I'm looking for this mass is I go copper, and if I look on copper, it is 63.55, and I'm looking on the periodic table. Sulfur is 32, and oxygen, I have 4 of those, and that's 16. So that, the copper sulfate together is 159 grams. Now I'm going to do this pentahydrate part of it. So I have 10 oxygens, okay, and I have 5 oxygens, and that equals to 90. So then I'm going to add these 2 together, and I get 249 grams of CuSO4 pentahydrate. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now, let me do another one. Do it in blue this time. All right, the next one is going to be number 9, and that's zinc 2 acetate dihydrate. So it's zinc, and then we have the acetate. Okay, remember acetate's -1, and this is zinc 2, so I gotta have 2 of those, and dihydrate. Okay, this is dihydrate. And then this, of course, is zinc 2 acetate. Okay, you thought you'd never see nomenclature again. Ha ha ha. All right, so now I'm going to figure out zinc is 65.4. That's a 5. Okay. And I only have 1 of those, so I don't have to worry. Carbon, I have 4 of those because 2 times 2 is 4, and that is 12. And then hydrogen, I have 6 times 1. And then oxygen, I have 4 times 16. Here, let me move this up just a tad. Okay. And so this down here will give me approximately, or when I add it, I get 355.2. Now, you launch your close, because if you don't pull that 65.4, if you just did 65, of course you would just end up with 355. But I try and add a decimal place. And then now I got to do the dihydrate. Well, hydrogen is 4, and oxygen is 2 times 16, so that's 32. So plus, so that would be 32 plus 4 is 38. Sorry, lost my head there. So you get C448 plus 6 hydrogen is 183. Not, that's why, sorry. I was looking at my next work and I got it confused. So this actually is 183.4 grams. And then so this is 38, 36. I can't add, y'all. All right, 183.4 grams is the zinc 2 acetate. The 36 grams is the dihydrate. You add those two together and you get 219.4 grams of the zinc 2. Oh, I don't know why I'm writing out the word. Don't need to. Okay, 19.4 grams of zinc 2 acetate. Oops, doing it again. 2H2 dihydrate. Okay, so there's the answer. All right, one more and then we'll call it a day for right now. All right, so I'm going to do this one in green. All right, number 10. I've got zinc phosphate, zinc 2 phosphate. Okay. And that's tetrahydrate. So tetra means 4, and then water. So I'm going to go zinc equals 3 times, and zinc is 65.4. Okay. And so that equals 196.2. I have 2 phosphates, so that's 2 times 31, so that's 62. And then I have oxygens, I have 8, because 2 times 4 is 8 times 16, and that gives me 128. So I add that all together, and I get 355.2. Okay, and then now I've got to do the tetrahydrate. So I have hydrogen, I have 8 times 1, and then oxygen I have 4 times 16, and so when I add that all up together I get 72, and then I'm going to add those two together and I get 427 grams of the, or 427.2 grams of the zinc 2 phosphate tetrahydrate. So let me write this down real quick. That's got to be 3 there times 4H2O. Okay, and so like on the other worksheet that you have, you first have to find this and then transfer it into moles. Okay, this is this right here. So if I ask you 1 mole of zinc, of zinc 3 phosphate 2 tetrahydrate, how much that was, I go back up and did what I just did in number 10, and it's 427 grams of zinc EPO4 2 tetrahydrate. Okay, so 1 mole is that. Okay, so that is why you have to know how to figure out the dihydrates. Now you're not going to see a whole lot of them. In fact, if we were in school, I wouldn't even test you on the hydrates, but it's good practice to because you will see this in college. You will see a lot of hydrates, especially when it comes to biochemistry. So hopefully this will help. If you still have questions, please email me. Thank you. Good night.